This session is for people who attended at least one session of Sahaj Yoga before. If you never attended a Sahaj Yoga meditation session, may I please request you to watch the video posted on this page, attend that session, and then you can attend these sessions. These are for the people who already at least attended one session of Sahaj Yoga either online or offline before, so that we can learn more about Sahaj Yoga. So we will start the meditation session first, as always, by going to Shri Mataji, and we will all raise our Kundalini and take a bandhan. The way to raise Kundalini and take a bandhan: your left hand goes straight, right hand goes in a coiling motion. Take it up and give it one knot on top of your head. Similarly, second time, start from the sacrum bone area and raise it up, give 2 knots. And the third time, similarly, take it up and give 1, 2 and 3 knots. Next, we will give ourselves a bandhan. The left hand will be in your lap and the right hand will be over that, and you can move it to your right side and back. This way we will give 7 times. We do this for the 7 chakras, and this is the bandhan we do before we start our meditation. If you have not learned it, there is no reason to worry. You will learn these things gradually. It's a symbol to help you settle down in meditation. It's a symbolic gesture when we start our meditation. So as always, we will discuss about a couple of chakras today, and then we will do meditation, and thereafter we will listen to Shri Mataji's talk for about 10 minutes. The talk is about Vishuddhi Chakra, and then we will meditate again. In the last weeks, we discussed about the nadis, the left, right and central nadi, and we discussed about the first 4 centers. We will discuss today about the other centers. So this is the subtle system that you all know. Ida Nadi, Pingla Nadi and Sushumna Nadi. Left sympathetic, right sympathetic and the central channel. We know that Sahaj Yoga is all about balance. We don't go into the left or to the right. Left is our emotional side where we think about the past. Right is our side of action where we think about the future. So Sahaj Yoga is about the balance where we are not in the past or in the future. And we learned about the first 4 chakras, the Mooladhara, Swadhisthana and the Nabi and heart. And heart chakra, if you look at it here in the chart, the position of the heart chakra is in the heart, as you know, and also in the hand, the little finger tip, and also in the feet, the little finger tip corresponds to our heart chakra. When in meditation, when you have pulsation on that particular fingertip, you know that the Kundalini is working on your heart chakra. So heart chakra, the color is ruby red and the element is air. And the quality of the heart chakra is joy, compassion, security, love, responsibility. If you're feeling joyless, if you're feeling lack of compassion, or if you're feeling any kind of insecurity or a lack of responsibility or too much responsibility, all this indicate an imbalance in the heart chakra. The one whose heart chakra is balanced is very joyful. His presence, her presence is very joyful. There is a lot of compassion from such a person. You feel secure in the company of such a person, and very loving and caring person, and there is also adequate sense of responsibility, not too much responsibility or not lack of responsibility, adequate sense of responsibility. So these are the qualities of the heart chakra. The organs that the heart chakra looks after are obviously the heart, lungs, and the blood pressure is also regulated by the heart chakra. Now an imbalance in heart chakra, many a time heart attack leads, and also asthma also indicates that there is an imbalance in the heart chakra, mostly the right heart, but it could be the left heart also. And also problem of lungs and tuberculosis also happens due to imbalance in the heart chakra. breathing exercises can be helpful for heart chakra, and also walking can be helpful for heart chakra. Now in Sahaj Yoga, usually we have one heart, but in Sahaj Yoga we have three components of the heart chakra: the left heart, right heart, and the central heart. And you will understand gradually what this means, what is a left heart and what is a right heart. Left heart is the spirit, the witness, the detached witness state of the spirit is the left heart, and the right heart is the quality of the father, mother, son, daughter, the roles that we play. That is all the right heart chakra. And the central heart is the motherly nature, the security, sense of the security, and all comes from the central heart. In brief, this is about the heart chakra. Last week's speech of Shri Mataji, we heard about heart chakra. And then we have the Vishuddhi chakra, the cervical plexus, and in the hand it is the tip of the index finger is the Vishuddhi chakra on the both hands. And the color is blue. The quality is diplomacy, collectivity, communication, witness state, respect for self and others. All these are qualities of Vishuddhi chakra. If you are very argumentative, or if you are feeling very guilty, or if you are aggressive, abusive, know that the Vishuddhi chakra is in imbalance. The organs are thyroid, ears, nose, throat, mouth, teeth, tongue, face, and hand sensitivity. Some of you may not feel vibrations clearly in the hands. This also happens due to an imbalance in the Vishuddhi chakra. As the Vishuddhi chakra comes into balance, your sensitivity to vibrations in your hands will be a lot more clearer. An imbalance in Vishuddhi chakra, ENT problems, thyroid issues, spondylitis, cold, cough, and also vertigo. These are all the diseases that come due to an imbalance in Vishuddhi chakra. Watching the sky, that's a good way to clear Vishuddhi chakra. And also oil massage, coconut oil massage, and the Vishuddhi neck and hand exercises. This is all good for the Vishuddhi chakra. The next chakra is the Agnya chakra. Agnya chakra is the optic chiasma, where you have Shri Mataji's bindi, she's keys. That part is the Vishuddhi Agnya chakra. In the hand, the tip of the ring finger is the Agnya chakra. And the color is white, element is light. The quality is forgiveness, and also the quality of penance that is coming from the Agnya chakra. Non-violence is also a quality of the Agnya chakra. Incarnations like Buddha, Mahavira, Jesus, these all symbolize the Agnya chakra. The organs are eyes, headache, eyes and brain problems, memory loss, paralysis, migraine, mental disorders. All these are due to imbalance in Agnya chakra. Excessive TV or excessive internet viewing or pornography viewing, all these can lead to an imbalance of Agnya chakra. And the final chakra and the most important chakra is the Sahasrara chakra, which is on the top of the head, on the fontanelle bone area. In the palm, the center of the palm is the Sahasrara chakra. And Himalayas in India resemble the Sahasrara chakra. Kailasha resembles Sahasrara chakra. Integration, self-realization is possible only due to the Sahasrara chakra. Many a time you keep hearing me saying, keep your attention on Sahasrara. This is the Sahasrara chakra. Sahasrara chakra integrates all other chakras. Your Sahasrara gets in order, your all chakras will get in order. The thoughtless awareness, the state of Nirvicharita is only possible when your Kundalini, when your attention reaches Sahasrara. Sahaj Yoga is possible only when the Kundalini reaches Sahasrara chakra. So that's a brief explanation about the chakras. Now we will get back to our meditation. So we are all ready for meditation now. You can again go to Shri Mataji. Those who have not raised your Kundalini and taken Bandhan, please do that. I have explained to you how to raise Kundalini and take Bandhan. If you don't know, towards the end of the session again I will explain. So we'll start our meditation by balancing. First, we will balance our left side, left hand in the lap and the right hand towards the earth. If you're sitting on the chair, you can place it towards the earth. If you're sitting on the ground or on a mat, you can place it on the earth. The right hand can be placed on the earth or towards the earth. Left hand in your lap. And now we'll pray, Mother, please balance my left side. With your complete attention, with your complete desire, pray, Mother, please balance my left side. You may close your eyes. Please close your eyes and pray, Mother, please balance my left side. Mother, please balance my left side. Now concentrate on your left palm, at the center of the palm, around the fingertips. How are you feeling? If you're feeling heat or warmth in the left hand, pray, Mother, take away this heat, take away this imbalance of my left side. Take away all my lethargy, balance my emotional nature through the Mother Earth. Keep your eyes closed, attention inside completely. Focus on your left palm. Complete attention inside. If you are not feeling anything in the left palm, then you need to intently desire from your heart, ask Mother, Mother, please balance this left side. Energize my left side and please, Mother, balance it. Gradually, you'll start feeling sense of vibrations in your left palm. Just observe that. Whatever is happening, just observe that with your eyes closed. If the hand is heavy, pray, Mother, take away this heaviness. If you're feeling heat, pray, Mother, take away this heat. Now, we'll balance our right side, the right hand in the lap and left hand towards the sky. Left hand, palm turned inwards towards the sky. Look at which is your right hand and left hand. The right hand is in the lap and left hand is towards the sky. Now here we pray, Mother, please balance my right side. Mother, please balance my right side. Take away all the excess heat of my right side through the sky element. Keep your eyes closed. Concentrate on the right palm, at the center of the palm and at the fingertips. Mother, please take away all my aggression. Please take away all my thoughts. Take away all my worries and balance my right side. Now observe your right palm. Is there any particular fingertip that's excessively pulsating, or is there heat in the right hand? Check that. Mother, please balance my right side. Take away all the excess heat. Gradually you'll start feeling the energy in the right palm. You need to check how is it. Is it cool? Is it warm? How is it? Check for yourself. And if any particular fingertip is excessively pulsating, check which one is that, and then just pray, Mother, I surrender this particular chakra to you. Please balance it. Now, slowly bring your hand down. Both hands are in the lap now. Keep your right hand on your heart, and then just pray, Mother, please cleanse my heart. Mother, please cleanse my heart. Take the right hand on the forehead, and here say, Mother, I forgive everybody and I forgive myself. Mother, I forgive everyone and I forgive myself. And please forgive everybody. Do not have any unforgiving thoughts towards anyone or even towards yourself. Mother, I forgive everybody and I forgive myself. And lastly, place the right hand on the top of the head, on the fontanel bone area. Gently massage and pray, Mother, please establish my self-realization. Please give me Sahaja Yoga. Please establish my self-realization. Please establish my attention. Now, keep both your hands in the lap. Close your eyes and let us meditate for about 5-6 minutes with complete attention on top of our head. And attention drawn totally inside. Do not react to anything. If any thoughts come, just tell them that now you are now in meditation and that you will think about them later. Totally draw your attention inside and keep it on the top of the head. Check how you're feeling in your hands. Keep your eyes closed and see how you're feeling in the palms. Left palm and the right palm. Is the energy in both hands equal? Is it cool in both hands or warm in both hands? Or is it different in one hand? Check for yourself. Then take your right hand on top of the head, no need to touch the head, half an inch above, and see if you're feeling anything cool or warm flowing. It will either be cool or warm and very subtle. Check with the right palm, how are you feeling? And wherever you feel the coolness, stop there, or warm. Whatever you feel at whichever point, stop it there, stop your hand there and check. Put your right hand down, check with the left hand. Some may feel it right through, some may feel it only at a particular point. It really depends on your Kundalini and your state. Check what you are feeling. Is it the same in both hands or is it different? Slowly open your eyes. If it is cool in right hand and hot in left hand, it means that your left side needs to be more balanced. And similarly, if your right is hot, the right needs to be balanced. Or if right is heavy, the right is on an overdrive and it needs to be balanced. And there are different ways. We explained to you last time about foot soaking, putting your feet in the water. That's a good way to balance all the lower chakras from Mooladhara, Swadhisthana, Navi, that can be balanced with foot soaking. So now we will meditate for some more time and we will listen to a small 10-minute talk of Srimataji, and this is about Vishuddhi Chakra. Let's go. She's going to talk about the Vishuddhi Chakra. So let's listen to that. When we listen to Srimataji's tape also, you can either keep your eyes open or close, but attention on top of the head and on the state of vibrations. See how the vibrations are flowing. So meditation happens even when you are not meditating. So just focus the attention throughout the session on your state.
So now the other center which we have here is very important center called as the Vishuddhi Chakra. This is the center V Shuddha. One is Shuddha means pure, but V Shuddha means absolutely pure. This has got 16 petals, as we have got the cervical plexus expressed in the rose, which has also got 16 subplexuses. It tallies with medical science completely. Now this Vishuddhi Chakra is bestowed upon by the deity of Sri Krishna. Sri Krishna is the one which is the evolution of the Vishnu Tattva from there upward to the state of primordial being. He is the one who resides as the primordial being, as the whole, as Akbar. When Muhammad Sahib talked of Akbar, he talked of Sri Krishna. This is the finger which represents this center. And he said, put these into your ears and say Allahu Akbar, you get in connection with the Virat. Now what Sahaja Yoga does is to make you in contact with the whole. It makes you in contact with the whole. It's not that it limits you, but it makes you one with the whole. But if you take to the right path, if this center is awakened, your hands become connected with the primordial being, and your hands become collectively conscious. Medically, they accept that the extremities have got something to do with the sympathetic nervous system, that far, not more than that. But in Sahaja Yoga, you'll be amazed that the vibration starts flowing through your hand when you take the name of Sri Krishna. And these vibrations, when you want to find out what are these, then you'll be amazed they relate to your centers within yourself. Even if you get 10 children who are realized souls and tie their eyes and ask them about a person who is sitting before them, what's wrong with him, they will say one finger or this finger or this finger or two fingers. Because you can feel the charring. You can feel sometimes a kind of a heat. Sometimes you may feel the numbness. If you feel the numbness on your fingers, then you must know that the person has to die. So many things you can know, all the permutations of these 7 centers and this one, 1, 5, and 6 and 7. So we have 7 centers. To understand about the centers, first you must get your realization. That is important. In the beginning, you will find the vibrations are coming, going, coming, going. It is not steady. First, you must steady yourself. Then you can find out from your hands what are the centers catching. Because these vibrations are nothing but the power of God is flowing through you. They understand these vibrations, they coordinate. They are life's force. They are the one who create all these living things, like they are the one who sprout a seed, they are the one who transform the flower into a fruit. All living work is done by these vibrations, which is called as Chaitanya, Om, Ru, cool breeze of the Holy Ghost, and all-pervading power of God. That starts flowing through you. First time you feel them. Yesterday many people felt it, and people were very happy that so many felt it, because that's a sign that here many people are going to get realization. You don't have to go anybody. You have to just practice a little bit and find out. You'll become such an expert. One person in India who got realization has so far given realization to at least 10,000 people in a village, many villages. He's a very ordinary man. We wanted him to come, but there was a kind of a visa problem, so he could not come. He's a very simple farmer, and he got his realization, and he knows so much about Sahaja Yoga that you'll be amazed. He has not been to any university, to any college or anything. But he's so knowledgeable, because once you have these vibrations, they guide you. So, the spirit sitting in your heart guides you and tells you what is right and what is wrong. If you have to ask a question, Mother, is there God? If you ask this question, immediately there will be a tremendous flow saying that it is there. Now, how to understand that these are the vibrations of God? Also, this question can come. We can judge them relatively. For example, in one of the programs in Pune, people invited me to speak in a place which was owned by Brahmins, and they opposed it. They said, she's not a Brahmin, so we will not have her here. So they said, all right, we'll publish in the newspaper because her name has gone in the newspaper. We'll tell them that these people are so Brahminic that they don't want to have her. Of course, they didn't want to have that bad name. So they said, oh, let's have her. These people never told me what had happened. Suddenly I said, those who think who are Brahmins, come down. So 4 or 5 of them came and sat before me. These are Brahmins without knowing the Brahma. So I said, all right, put your hands before me. And they just started shaking like this, going back. I said, what's happening to you? So they said, Mother, you are Shakti, that's why it is happening to me, to us. But I said, what about others? It's not happening to others. So they turned around and said, look at these, they are also doing like this. I said, ask them from where do they come. They went and asked them, they said, we are coming from the lunatic asylum of Thana. So these fanatics who believed that they were Brahmins were reacting the same way as these lunatics. And they believed that they were Brahmins, they were not supposed to touch anybody, they were untouchables people, and they were the one who gave them realization was from so-called untouchable, a shoemaker. Now he's become their guru of all these Brahmins, and he's teaching them about God. So this center gives you the power to be one with the whole. It has many powers, but the main power it gives you is the power to be one with the whole and to have all the powers of that deity within you awakened so that you can become aware and make others also aware of it. Those people who talk too much, catch on the right vision. Those who do not talk at all, catch on the left. Those who feel guilty, catch on the left. Those who think they are all right and aggressive, they catch on the right. It's like that. So this has to be understood in right perspective. That if you misuse this center, what happens to you? So how you should give yourself a balance to improve that. But the best part of Sahaja Yoga is this, that when you get that realization, they are separated from themselves. They'll come and tell me, Mother, my Agya Chakra is catching. So if you ask them, really? Yes, Mother, very much. That means they are suffering from too much ego. But can you imagine anybody saying, Mother, I'm suffering from too much ego? Because you're separated from yourself, you see your ego, the big balloonic-like thing. You said, Mother, please remove my ego. That is how people talk to me. They will tell me, Mother, I talk too much, that's why my right Vishuddhi is catching, you better cure it. I must stop my talking too much. So you start correcting yourself because you get separated from yourself. You become the spirit and the rest you see. Like I see my sari, if there's a spot, I would like to clean it. I'm not identified with the spot. So that's how it happens. You are no more identified with yourself and you start seeing the faults in you and you try to correct it. That's how you become a beautiful person, by your own attention, not by anybody else. It is you who has to do it.
We'll meditate for a couple of more minutes. Keep your attention on Sahasrara. Just see the vibrations. Whatever you have heard, see how the vibrations are. Is the energy flowing or is it not flowing? Check the state in your hands. There's the gentle cool breeze flowing in the palms. Let it flow. Keep the attention on top of the head and let that descend into you. Let the coolness take your hand on top of the head and again check how is it. Is it cool? Is it different from the first time when you checked? How is it now? After a while you don't need to even put your hand up on the top of the head, you will just know it. Yes. Open your eyes. We'll raise our Kundalini and take a Bandhan. The way to raise the Kundalini, left hand goes straight up, right hand in a coiling motion. Take it up, give 1 knot. Again do the same thing. Take it up, give 2 knots. Third time again, take it up, give 3 knots. Give yourself a nice Bandhan. Left hand, right with the right hand goes over left hand. Bring it down on the right side and take it back. Like that we do it 7 times. So mother is the left side comes from the mother. Left heart is also mother. If you have any emotional issues with the mother, the left heart pulsates. So you can know in the left heart. Father is the right heart. And we've heard some things today from Srimati today about Vishuddhi and Agnya. Every chakra that we have, there are deities to those chakras. Mooladhara is Ganesh, Swadhisthana is Brahma Saraswati, Nabhi is Lakshmi Vishnu. The Guru principle around the Nabhi, the void, it is the 10 incarnations of the Adiguru Dattatreya. And then the heart has 3 components, as I said: center, left and right. Central heart is Durga, left heart is Shiva Parvati, right heart is Sita Ram, and the Vishuddhi is Krishna, Radha Krishna. Left Vishuddhi, Srimati said today, is Vishnu Maya, right Vishuddhi is Vitthal. So these are all the aspects. Now it may sound amusing that how can all this be different gods? This is actually the story of evolution. If you look at it, we have evolved from amoeba to a human being state, and every state of evolution there is a certain dharma that gets established, and that establishment of dharma is in the form of an incarnation. Every incarnation has got a certain qualities, and those qualities, even if you don't want to take the name of the incarnation, those qualities are within us. So the incarnation, either you look at the incarnation or at the qualities, it's one and the same. Similarly, Agnya, we keep saying forgive. Forgiveness is the quality of Agnya. Penance is the quality of Agnya. So therefore, Buddha, Mahavira and Shri Jesus, these are all the incarnations of the Agnya chakra. And finally, Sahasrara is the place of Adi Shakti herself. And now after these sessions of meditation, it should not be difficult for you to recognize the Adi Shakti as you're sitting in front and meditating. The ability to raise Kundalini and give self-realization with such effortless ease is only by the grace of Adi Shakti. Now this is Sahaj Yoga, and this is the simplicity of meditation. Don't be don't be misled by the simplicity that it's too simple. The most complex things in the world are actually very, very simple. Like the grain becoming a seed becoming a grain, a seed becoming a flower is the most complex process. The pulsation of the heart is the most complex thing, but you don't need to do anything to make it pulsate. It does on automatically. And Sahaj Yoga is also that way, very, very simple. Keep practicing it. Do your morning meditation and evening foot soaking. If you don't know how to foot soak, refer to some of the other videos that we have done. The foot soaking is there, or you can ask in the comments and we'll share with you some videos about foot soaking here. Do foot soaking and do religiously do your meditation, and gradually you will understand. Do your meditation. Do not worry about whatever is happening outside, the situation, what's going to happen, what the future looks like. Do not worry about that. Focus on the present, on the moment, and do your meditation. Your morning meditation, if it happens, your evening meditation will be good. Your evening meditation happens well, your morning meditation will be good. And in between these two meditations, your entire day will go in a balance. You will be at peace. So with that, we will end today's session. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful week ahead. Jai Shri Mataji.